Hi, I'm Trish, one of the teachers of the Teton Yoga Shala, and I'm here to tell you guys a story. It's the story of Virabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. Shiva was one of the great gods of Hindu mythology, and his consort, Shakti, and him were madly in love. It was said that they came from the same egg, but that's another story for another time. In this particular story, Shakti has been incarnated as Sati. She's born to a mortal but great king named Daksha. And Daksha wants only the best for his baby girl. He wants her to be happy and in love, and she is, only he does not approve of Shiva. He's got like wild, crazy dreadlocks. You know, he's covered in ash. He doesn't wear that many clothes. He spends thousands of years at a time meditating up in the mountains, and Daksha just wants something better for his little girl. So when Sati chooses Shiva, Daksha is really disappointed. He throws an annual fire festival to honor all the gods. He invites everyone in the kingdom except for Shiva. Sati shows up to the party, the festival, and she confronts her father, and she's very visibly upset, and she's kind of shaking and crying and just really mad at her dad. And she's like, "Dad, why didn't you invite my husband? Not only is he my husband, but also he's one of the gods. So it's kind of really disrespectful, and I can't believe you. I'm really upset." And Daksha's like, "Well, baby girl, I'm sorry, but I stand by my decision. I don't like the guy. He's, it's a little weird. He's not really like, look at all these people all dressed nice, and like he would have shown up with his crazy dreadlocks and probably smoking some weed or something terrible. I don't know." And so Sati gets even more upset, and she starts to get so upset that her internal fire, her tapas, begins to just kind of get out of control, and she bursts into flames and destroys herself right there in front of her dad and all of the onlookers and the party guests. Well, word gets back to Shiva, who is meditating up on the mountain, and he's up there and he finds out that his wife has just spontaneously combusted. He gets so upset that he rips out one of his dreadlocks and he throws it down on the ground. This dreadlock turns into a snake, and it slithers its way down the mountain. And it comes down all the way to the fire and the ashes where Sati had just spontaneously combusted. And from there, the snake turns into Virabhadra, the great warrior. Vira means hero, and Bhadra means auspicious. So the auspicious hero so the snake turns into the auspicious hero, Virabhadra, and out comes Virabhadra from the earth, carrying his sword. Virabhadrasana 1. And being taken over by Shiva, and Shiva's rage and need to avenge his wife, he takes his sword and he slices off Daksha's head. And Daksha's head falls to the ground. In Virabhadra, Shiva, incarnate in Virabhadra, goes, "Oh gosh," and he reaches down and he grabs the head. And he picks it up, puts it on the stake. Virabhadrasana 3. And then it causes this huge commotion in the party. And everybody's like hiding and running from Virabhadra. "Oh my gosh, we should have made that guy mad. I can't believe it. He just killed his father-in-law." Well, right about that time, just on cue with mythology, Sati comes back to life. She just, poof, new body, new person. And she, through the ether, calls to her husband, "Shiva, get down here. What have you done?" So Shiva makes his way down the mountain, pushes Virabhadra to the side, Thanks for doing my bidding. You're done here now. And he goes up to his wife and he's like, what, babe? I thought that's what you wanted. And she's like, no, I really didn't want you to kill my dad. Maybe you could have like done something a little different, but really wasn't cool. So Shiva thinks about what he's done. Yeah, you're right. Probably shouldn't have done that. So he finds the head of a goat. He's making it right. Takes the head of the goat, puts it on Daksha's body. He takes a big inhale. Breathes life back into Daksha's body. And Daksha becomes the king again. Surprisingly cool with it. They have a conversation. They work things out. Everything's good. And the next year, during the fire festival that they host for all of the gods, he makes his daughter and son-in-law the host, or the party. He names the party after him. And everything's cool. But the moral of the story is that a warrior has to be a true warrior and can't just think out of, or can't not think out of reaction. If we're going to be true warriors, true spiritual warriors, we have to make some space between our ego and the situation. And we have to learn how to respond rather than react out of our knee-jerk reactions, our conditioned responses, the things that our emotions charge us to do. And the breath that Shiva breathes back into Daksha is symbolic of how our breath in yoga can give us a little bit of space between us and the situation that we find ourselves in. And if we learn how to take a step back, zoom out, and do things out of response rather than reaction, then we're truly becoming warriors. So the path of yoga is about becoming a spiritual warrior, learning the difference between reaction and conditioned responses, and truly looking at the situation and taking into account all sides of everything. Who does this affect? What is this going to do? And that is where the true yoga really lies. Those poses we do are just metaphors and practice for us in our everyday life. If you want to learn more stories, if you want to learn more asana, if you want to learn more about finding the space between reaction and response, I'd love to help you. I teach 3 days a week at the Teton Yoga Shala. You can sign up on MindBody or at tetonyoga.com. And we'll be doing all of our classes via the Zoom platform for now. And I'd love to have you guys join me. So hope you guys have a great day and see you soon.